Spur Ranch was founded in 1930 by my grandfather, and my father, after he inherited the ranch, he got his first Angus cattle in 1958 and converted from a Hereford operation into an Angus operation. And fast forward to today, and we currently are running 1,000 registered Angus cows and 1,000 commercial Angus cows. And we're spread out over 3 counties here in northeastern Oklahoma. With our primary grass here is a native blue stem, and these cattle are in large pastures and have to travel the country, and we pasture about a cow per 8 acres in this country on the native blue stem. So we have to raise animals that can cover the country. We have a lot of rocks in this country, and we also have some native Bermuda pastures we use, and also fescue pastures. So these cattle are exposed to a wide variety of grasses to eat and what they're grown on.
We grow and maintain bulls for the commercial cattlemen. That is our main goal in mind. Along with that, we develop commercial heifers to go along with that program. And we like to try, like on our females, we like to have females that are going to be good, solid females, moderate frame bodies, deep ribbed, very fertile, good marblers, cost efficient, and will able to have longevity for the producer.
As we move forward in the Spur breeding program, some of the key characteristics we're looking to improve upon our cattle are the fertility and the soundness. There's some issues that we think as these cattle got bigger frame, we've hurt some of those traits, and we're trying to put those back into the cow herd. Also, we're trying to bring back our mature size and moderate our frame a little bit. And we're looking also at the carcass traits. We're really going to be looking at marbling and the efficiency of these cattle. With the history my father has created at the ranch with the cattle that will perform in the feedlot, we've entered into a joint agreement with the Quapaw Cattle Company that Spur is now raising all the beef that goes into the Quapaw's outlets at their casinos. They have the Red Oak Steakhouse and several other venues, and there's casinos, and Spur is providing all their meat for those outlets, and we're raising a lot of prime beef and high choice beef. And we've been working with the Chapel Feed Yards out in Chapel, Nebraska. We ultrasound the cattle to get a baseline on how much marbling they have in them and how much ribeye they have in them, and we can determine how long we need to feed those cattle to meet our certain grades of meat that we want to get.
Back fat is 2 horizontal bright white lines outline the back fat. This is our ribeye. The more white, the more.
That's what we want, huh?
I like it.
Yeah, I got you.
The Spur have a lot of performance and still have great. Haven't looked at the data yet that we did today very well, but just from being out there and watching, they've got a lot of great cattle are thick, big gutted, real high performance kind of cattle. The weights that I was seeing out there looks like they're gaining without an implant or any help except for genetics and nutrition. Looks like they're gaining in the 4s easily to this point. I know the first bunch was averaging, looks like close to 1,500 pounds already, and they put on 700 and some pounds in 170 days. So stout cattle, really nice cattle. Impressed with the thickness. Without an implant, you don't see too many cattle have that kind of thickness to them.
Spur Ranch has brought us cattle from Oklahoma, and cattle that they've worked very hard on to create good carcass quality. And so our job is to understand the genetics and create as many prime and CAB cattle that we can and do it efficiently. So that's my job with the ultrasound. Measure the back fat, measure the marbling, and see if we can develop as much of the genetic potential that's there as possible.
You take that knowledge and you take that information and you build from there, and try to build on the positive side of things. And that's what we've been doing the last couple of years since our genomic testing. We started that, is really looking at that and really looking at our sire selections. We put a lot of emphasis on our sire selections. And even when we're buying semen from outside bulls, it's got to have certain specifications that we're looking for before we even want to add that into our herd, because we're really wanting to bring it into a top-notch situation.
With the experience Spur gained from feeding our steers out at the Chapel Feed Yard, We made the decision to build our own feed yard here to continue the expansion of the branded beef program with the Quapaw Cattle Company. Building our own feed yard, we did continue with the ultrasounding of the steers, where we, after 90 days on feed, we'll bring them in and ultrasound them, and they'll get a marbling score and a ribeye score, and it also gives us an estimated number of days on feed needed to reach a target.
So it looks like about 90% of them have a chance to go prime.
Wow.
So genetics puts the ceiling on which animals grade choice, CAV, and prime.
Approximately 60 days before slaughter, we'll ultrasound each animal again and make the final determination how many more days we're going to feed each individual animal, and we could kind of fine-tune what quality grades we're producing in the feedlot. In the future, we're hoping to continue to expand the branded beef program, and to do that expansion, we're going to need cattle sired by our bulls, and we're going to be offering a program to our customers to buy back their steers and their heifers sired by our cattle, and that's something to be looking forward to in the future. One of the things we've tried to change here at the ranch in the performance testing and production of our bulls, the bull test stations have always used a very hot ration to maximize gains, and these bulls would come back off test and they're so fat and really what we call hot that you have to cool them down for 30 days before you can even think about using them. What we're doing now is we're feeding a very high roughage ration that we developed here at the ranch. It has a lot of hay in it, and the bulls are fed out on grass traps, and they have grass to eat at all times. And we're trying to develop these bulls so when you buy them from the ranch, they're ready to go to work for you. The feed ration we use is set up to help the bull's rumen, that when he goes out on grass that he's not going to deteriorate on you, is going to continue to thrive and be able to use him to breed your cows with right away. Each October the ranch has a fall sale where we sell approximately 150 performance tested Angus bulls and about 500 commercial Angus heifers, a lot with calves at side, or they'll all be bred. And in the spring this year, in February, we're going to have another sale. We'll sell about 100 Angus bulls and a lot of registered Angus females this year. And we'd like to invite you to try to come to one of our sales or visit the ranch anytime at your convenience. We're located near Vinita, Oklahoma, west of Vinita on Highway 60. And call myself, or you can call Jeff Owen and schedule a visit. We'd love to show you our cattle and show you what we've got to offer at any time at your convenience.